Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching. We're about giving us the latest updates on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's site. Let's go straight to the news. For those who haven't gotten hint of latest developments, let's quickly go to the updates. Canadian Justice Minister calls Malami a disgrace, says Kenya violated international rule of law. The Minister of Justice and Solicitor General of the Government of Alberta, Canada, Kelechi Mado, QC, has called for the release of the leader of the Indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, calling Nigeria's Attorney General, that's Abubakar Malami, a senior advocate, as a disgrace to the rule of law. Mado, in a statement at the weekend, said the government of Nigeria and Kenya broke major international law by abducting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and moving him back to Nigeria. So he called on the world leaders to apply appropriate sanctions. He urged the government led by Muhammadu Buhari to ensure the safety of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the Indigenous people of Biafra, and also added that they should release him immediately. Kanu, as we know, is facing trial for what they call treasonable felony. According to them, he jumped bail in 2017 and fled the country for the United Kingdom when soldiers stormed his parents' residence at Afaruku, Abia State. Malami, however, announced it was last Tuesday that he was rearrested through the collaborative effort of Nigeria Intelligence and Security Service, meanwhile Kenya, we know. He pointed out that the Attorney General of Nigeria, Abubakar Malami, according to Canadian Justice Minister, I said it's a disgrace to the rule of law and not worthy to be an officer of the court. He has also shown himself to be a bigot who does not understand what it means to live in a pluralistic society governed by the dictates of rule of law, he wrote. He also called on the international community and leaders of nations to use all their power to ensure real consequences for these arbitrary violations of internationally accepted democratic norms and rules that govern civilized people. Mado also said Nigeria is burning and the people of Nigeria, except those who are holding the country down, wants out. He said you cannot destroy the hope and aspiration of people destined for greatness and expect them to bow down in servitude. You cannot destroy a generation of people and expect them not to fight for their freedom. The power of guns, state-sponsored terrorism, will not achieve peace or the preservation of Nigeria, he added. Remember, we're going to do updates for this. We're going to do a review of these stories we are looking at right now. We're going to do the reviews after we read the story. We just want to first update you, give you headlines. So the Igbos and other ethnic groups in Nigeria who are calling for Nigeria to be renegotiated do not seek violence or war. They seek peace. They seek progress and the advancement of their people. They seek fairness, safety, equity, and justice for their people. They seek the opportunity for their children to grow up and achieve their God-given abundant potential. They seek the rise of a people with the work ethic, intellect, and capacity to be truly global superpower on the continent of Africa. They also seek dignity over inhuman treatment. They seek life over death. You know, friends of the Black world must unite and liberate the people of Nigeria from this bondage, from the claws of corrupt and inept politicians who have no business being near the corridor of Nigeria political power. All these were his statement. we just read to you the reaction of the Canadian Justice Minister to what is happening in Nigeria. That is what we just read to you. So, like we said, right from the day he was abducted, no, right from the day he was arraigned, he was brought to Nigerian courts, works had begun. And the processes towards legal hurdles are in place. And like I said, we shouldn't give up. We shouldn't give up because things are happening in the background. According to reports from the court, I think he's going to appear in the court 26 and 27. Things are happening and people are working towards that. And everybody concerned are already alarmed. You understand? It's going to be awesome. For those who are expecting, the detractors are expecting to see him nailed. It's not going to be easy for those who are expecting him to be nailed. Those who are expecting him to drop down, to fall, because a lot of international bodies are involved. People are watching carefully. We talked about the bill, some saying he jumped bail, and that has been resolved. That has been resolved by Barrister Ejiofor. You watched that video. Oh, that video was a bomb. Ejiofor is that guy's intuition. I don't know. These are the wow. If the legal system in this country is working, Nnamdi Kanu is going to go scot-free. He has good lawyers backing him. Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Aloy Ejimako, these are intelligent lawyers. You had him on Arise TV, the interview. That was wow. That was just a tip because they had plans of what to do. That was just a tip. And I had a hint yesterday. I don't know. It's an unconfirmed report, just like what happened the other time. And he made mention of this. The Nigerian government, knowing that they have no case in court, had to quickly try to use Operation Python Dance to stop him from coming. They don't want him to come to court because there was no case. When somebody is fighting for freedom, as at that point in time, there was no ESN. IPOB did not carry guns. They were waving flags and you are killing them. And before you know, you brought them to court. You brought them to court to face trial. You brought him incarcerated. After incarcerations and the rest, there was no case. So the Nigerian government had to quickly, through this Operation Python Dance, they had to quickly arrange for Operation Python Dance. So when they say he jumped bail, they should query the government, not Nnamdi Kanu or his lawyer. They should query the executive arm that interfered, because the executive arm interfered with the court process. It was just a few days for him to appear. So don't allow anybody to intimidate you with he didn't appear in court whatsoever. No. Have that defense ready on your lips. You understand? And as a Biafran, as somebody who believes in freedom, as somebody who stands for the truth, you have to know, be able to answer these people who say he jumped bail. Even the lowest member of IPOB should know that. The lowest member of among those who are involved in this struggle should know that. They tell you he jumped bail. You should be able to have a defense. Yes, we know the lawyers will do the defense in the courts, but you should be able to tell them he didn't jump bail. He was running for his life. His home was invaded. The Nigerian government knew they had no case. You understand? They had to invade his home to stop the trial. Because that is, it's a case of, according to Ifeanyi Ejiofor, attempt to murder him to end everything. That was it. There was no case. There was no case. Let's even look at the next stories. All these stories are related. We would like you to add your comments. If you have any question or you have any contribution to make, add it on the comment section. We will highlight it while we look at the next story. You had that, just like I told you, there are build-ups towards that court day. Biafran supporters to storm British embassy in Germany. According to reports, a date has been set by supporters of Nnamdi Kanu. They are planning to storm the British embassy in Germany to protest the rearrest, the abduction of their leader by the federal government of Nigeria and Kenya. And the protest is scheduled to hold on July 9th. Today is 7th, I think next tomorrow, at the British Embassy in Berlin. That is the country's capital. The UK government is said to have promised to intervene in Kanu's arrest, but whether the Nigerian authorities will agree to any negotiation, that is debatable, yes, according to reports. So the Biafra agitator is accused of they also accused of ordering the murder of security operatives and attacks on government establishment. These are new charges. Also, intelligence service insists IPOB ESN killed dozens of police, military, paramilitary personnel and civilians. And Kanu was also accused of theft of registered government rifles, destruction of police and prison formations, as well as a release of detainees and inmates. These were linked to ESN, you know, the Imo incident. They say Kanu supporters are praying for him and the legal team to withstand what is to come as they face their enemies in what is called a kangaroo court. They are wishing the group more strength than he had while in prison back in 2015 until his release on bail in 2017. So back to what we just read. I think there are new charges. There are new charges now. There are new charges filed against him now. I don't think they have a case on the jumping bail issue. Now, the government is trying to use ESN. I know that is where they will have to want to hold him because they have no case in the jump bail. They have no case on why they even brought him to court at first. Now, let's look at prior to IPOB becoming, not IPOB in particular, the ESN wing, which is, everybody knows, based on reports we see that is commanded by the IPOB. That is where they plan to nail him. Now, they don't have any case with him coming to court in first place. He's just a freedom fighter. And his way of presenting his not being happy with the government is through protests. And it wasn't armed protests. The protests have been peaceful. But there is what they don't also mention, because one thing led to the other. One thing led to the other. IPOBians, even before the coming of ESN, IPOBians have been killed en masse by security operatives. Nobody wants to mention that. You know, a lot of people are telling you, ESN has been hurting, has been killing people. Nobody wants to remember a lot of IPOBians died for just waving Biafran flags. Then there was no ESN. There wasn't any ESN. There wasn't any group like ESN. There wasn't any group. And these people are being killed by. There are many. I like what IPOB is doing. They have records. And Amnesty International is also a witness. I think those defenders, those are lawyers defending Nnamdi Kanu, should quickly contact Amnesty International to come and testify in court, because they also have, they inundated them with several materials, videos about what has been going on in the country. So I think they should bring Amnesty International personnel from Amnesty International to testify in court. And you know, it's amazing. The government of Nigeria is not in good terms with Amnesty International. Do you know why? Amnesty International has been exposing what the Nigerian security forces are doing to especially Biafran agitators. And IPOB has been recording it and sending to Amnesty International and world bodies who care to listen. So the world knows. So they are talking about the new charges, in the new charges against Nnamdi Kanu, ESN activities, freeing prisoners, the one that happened in Imo State, destroying government facilities as in police station, freeing prisoners, attack on police, those ones collecting 50-50 naira. Okay, let's say this actually happened, but they should also look at, though from also reports we had, because I don't really know what we see in the news is what we go with. According to reports we had, there is the unknown gunmen, and these unknown gunmen are different from ESN. That is what we had. So, and these unknown gunmen are behind the attacks. So IPOB lawyers know how to deal with this. They should know how to deal with it. But what I want to always bring up, prior to IPOB having a legal, having an armed outfit in the name of ESN, a lot of people have been killed. You know that? Prior to them going armed. You understand? And now the third update is a striking one. The third update is a striking one. Somebody you don't expect made a comment regards this arrest. Somebody you don't expect. Makasina ometu imi ometu onu ometukwa. That is it though. Uche Mefor sends strong message to Buhari over Nnamdi Kanu's arrest. Uche Mefor sent message to Buhari over the arrest of his former leader. Yes, in the struggle. We understand what happened hours after Nnamdi Kanu's arrest was made known. The British High Commission spoke about the arrest of IPOB leader. So, report also shows that the IPOB leader, who is also a UK citizen, had been in UK since 2017 when he left Nigeria. And just like the British High Commission, the former IPOB deputy leader, Uche Mefor, has stated that the Nigerian government, led by President Muhammadu Buhari, does not have any justification to criminalize Biafra agitators. This was on Uche Mefor's Facebook page. And he asked the federal government not to try any Biafran in a kangaroo court. Of course, you know the kind of courts. Mefor stated it clearly that the right to self-determination is anchored on the international human rights law, so much that it can never be taken away or criminalized. I said Biafrans must resist any attempt to criminalize them in this regard, because the Biafra case for self-determination remains compelling, unimpeachable, and insurmountable, he said. He also made it known that the Nigerian state has no justification and certainly no legal basis to criminalize those who are exercising their right to self-determination. And he added that no amount of intimidation can for self-determined people, let alone ingenuity and resilience, indomitable Biafran spirit. The issue as state swept away about the existential threat, collective existence of people of Biafra. The ultimate solution is referendum leading to a stand. Moreover, if they feel that has committed any, let them charge the Biafran to a competent jurisdiction, federal courts, under strict respect, observance of the rule of law. In our hands are clean, we shall prevail, he declared. That is expected of Uche Mefor, though surprisingly, this is surprising. We've not had certain other Biafran agitators react, and we're not expecting. I never thought Uche Mefor will speak, and when he spoke, this was expected. Yeah, what he said was expected. We know the type of court that is going to try him. A court that does not respect the rule of law, the type of court that placed Hope Uzodinma there. And, you know, nobody flogs the federal government of Nigeria. Nobody flogs them. They do what they like. They do what they like. Nobody flogs them. Nobody flogs the government of Nigeria. Do you remember those times the court gave him bail? The DSS, he is in their custody, will not release him. Several times. So who queries the government? Nothing happens. Now, when something that looks like he jumped bail, everybody came out. I'm coming. Well, I saw somebody commenting that Uche Mefor's voice is not needed, something like that. Let's look at it. Before then, let's react to some comments before we continue. Kenneth Wuji, he said, why there is no mass protest in Nigeria by Easterners? I'm surprised too. I'm surprised. They are not protesting yet. But I saw what looks like protest in Igbo the other time. I don't know. Somebody said it's an old video. I don't know why they are not protesting. And perhaps some people are afraid of coming out. You know, this is a government that hates protest, even though it commits atrocities that attracts protests. I don't know why people are not in the streets protesting. The abduction of their leader. I don't really understand. And maybe, you know what security operatives do here? Even if you want to protest peacefully, and they have the other way they handle protesters. They also have their own protesters. The government hire protesters, pay them 1,000. Very shameful. Sometimes they hire bandits, miscreants to attack protesters. It happens several times. The government cannot deny that. I don't know. Perhaps this is why these guys are not protesting. Nobody is doing Ngari way. Let me react to another comment. Vincent Chukwemeka, you're watching from Germany. You're welcome. Biafra Biafra he said Uche Mefor is nobody. His group are laughing every day about it. Well, whether his group are laughing about it, I don't know, but the comment he made regards this is welcomed. Yeah, the comment on his Facebook page regards what has happened. It's normal, it's okay. At least he wasn't saying crucify him, even though they had differences. He's saying he shouldn't be taken to the kangaroo court because you don't expect to get fair trial in the kind of setup we have here. And he's right. Forget about their differences. Let's judge him by what he said currently, what is on his Facebook wall. And he maintained that Biafrans have right to self-determination. If not for anything, the condition faced in Nigeria is enough for people to agitate. Yes. So let's hold him by what he said. Let's hold him by what he said. According to him, the government led by President Muhammad Buhari does not have any justification to criminalize Biafra agitators. Biafra agitators in this sense, Nnamdi Kanu is a Biafra agitator. And he was worried that Biafran agitators are being tried in kangaroo courts. And in such kangaroo court setup, you may not get justice or fair trial at least. So I think his comments are welcome. And forget about saying they are laughing in the background. This is like his official statement. You understand? Now, still by Biafran, Uche Mefor is nobody. Well, that is not the main thing now. That is not the main thing. We need voices to speak up. We need people to speak up. Biafra, he said, you need to say what you know. Go on their radio. Even yesterday, they were mocking Nnamdi. Please don't call their names. Go listen on Uche Mefor's radio and see how it's been made jest of just yesterday. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. Anyway, that's sad. That's sad. If he's been making jests of IPOB, that's unnecessary. Just like a group, I was added. I had to remain there to monitor things. Yes, the fact is some Igbos are making jest of this. Well, you may not like Nnamdi Kanu, but this is not just about Nnamdi Kanu. This is a slap on the face of Ndi Igbo. Let me tell you. I think you first protect the Igbo interests. Forget about your differences. For those who are making jest of him, they are slapping you at the face, and you are giving them thumbs up. You are saying, let them deal with Nnamdi Kanu. Just like a lady abused me yesterday in a WhatsApp group. Oh, the lady rained all kind of abuses on me. I just replied her that I'm sorry for her husband. I'm sorry for whoever is her husband, because wow, the way she was throwing the insults. What is my offense? I told her, they started a group, an anti-Nnamdi Kanu group. That is how sad it is. And inside this group, you find non-Igbos, a lot of them. People from Niger Delta. Even I'm sure people from the north are there. Some are not commenting, some are monitoring. They started this group, an anti-Nnamdi Kanu group. And all what they are doing there is to mock. I felt so bad. I had to remain to watch things. Yeah, I'm studying events. And I've been countering them. And there are some people with Biafran true spirits in the group. and some IPOB too, IPOBians. We were countering them. You see, you might think it's about Nnamdi Kanu, but you don't understand. I asked them several questions there. IPOB is cussing. IPOB is cussing. Well, I don't say IPOB cussing people is nice, but I tell them, which do you take? Fulani attack or IPOB's causes? Which one do you take? You understand? Do you prefer to be cursed by an IPOBian, or do you accept your village, your community being overrun by these Fulani herdsmen? Which do you take? Some of the time, people who wants to treat you fine might be hard on you. Everyone is already agitated. You understand? So for those who are happy saying Nnamdi Kanu is held, some calling him, oh my God. A woman called him Eberima. I said, why? What foolish people. They are trying to tell Igbos you are nothing. They first started by telling you you are dot in a circle. They called IPOB dot in a circle. That's how they started. From calling IPOB dot in a circle, they said Igbos are dot in a circle. You don't know where he was going with that. He said Igbo is a dot in a circle. Why was almost every Igbo man reacting? Because we understand where they are heading for. Now they picked him up. They are incarcerating him. And because of your personal grudge with him, you like organize parties, conference to mock him. You are mocking yourself, let me tell you. You are mocking yourself. You are a fool. Only fools do that. I'm not trying to curse you, but I'm telling you your conditions for those who mock. It's a matter of time, you people, some of you will understand what they are doing to you. They are telling you, Igbos, you have no say. They say, Igbos, you have no say. And you know, another sad thing, I need to address something here. In another WhatsApp group, a discussion came up. They said a priest of the church is saying, oh, now we thank God there is peace. Nnamdi Kanu has been held. I said, these are people who bring bad names to Christianity. Yes, such priests, they are not supposed to be in the church because that is not the life of Christ. You know, when you see these kind of priests, you will say Christianity is bad. No, Christianity is not bad. But there are bad eggs that are coming to corrupt Christianity. Bad eggs. Now, let's even assume, okay, there were times Nnamdi Kanu during his broadcasts, he was like attacking priests. He was telling them they are not supporting the struggle. They are keeping, they are, you know, a kind of, they are not acting. They are silent towards what is happening to the Biafrans. They are not speaking up. They are afraid. You know, we have a government that is trying to dictate for the church, a government that says CAC will be appointing church leaders. They don't have respect for the churches. Perhaps these churches are afraid of being intimidated. Look at Mbaka the other day. Even though we know Mbaka has been involved in politics somehow, but Mbaka recently spoke the truth. Mbaka exposed government flaws. And quickly, a priest in the church, a senior priest, I think of the Bishop of Enugu Diocese, even by himself, tried to bundle Mbaka. I felt so sad. The truth should not be silenced, my people. So back to this priest. This priest said the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu was nice, that they can have peace. Is Nnamdi Kanu the trouble in your land? And this is the kind of priest that has never spoke. You know, you've never had them speak against this Fulani invasion. Or are they not seeing what is happening in our places? And this priest said they are okay with what has happened. A priest in the church of God, that's an abomination. Even Christ, let's even assume Nnamdi Kanu offended these people. Let's even assume he offended them. Christ forgave. The true Christ-like character will forgive. He will say, I forgive you. Even Christ was being killed on the cross. He said, Lord, forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing. So I want to tell you, please, for some of you who think the church Christianity is bad because of these few bad eggs. No, Christianity is not bad. Christianity is not bad, but there are bad eggs that are making Christianity look like evil. You see, the true Christ-like character is the best I've seen. No character can be compared to Christ-like character. But how many people have that? How many people have exhibit that Christ-like character? Only few of them. That is why you constantly hear Christianity is bad. No, Christianity is not bad. But bad eggs. You know, everybody today wants to identify as a Christian. Somebody who is so evil. Some are involved in voodoo priests are coming out today. The only thing they change, they wear priestly garments or they wear suits, and all of them are called priests. So when I had what that, I think it's an Anglican priest of Imo State or so. When I heard what he said, oh, I felt so bad. I said, well, there is no judge now. God will judge them in a matter of time. God will judge them by himself. I felt so bad. I felt so bad that will be coming from somebody in the church. Bad eggs in the church. Yes, he's a bad egg. That is not how to interfere. That is not how to comment on matters like this. I think the best thing he would have done is let there be peace. Government, please respect his right. If Nnamdi Kanu has in any way offended them, please, my son, because we call Nnamdi Kanu a son. He's an elderly man. My son, please, you shouldn't say this or this. But they are joining in the voices that are saying, crucify him, crucify him. So sad. Very sad. Let me react to some other comments. I'm seeing comments here. Austin Jude Okechukwu said, we are solidly behind Nnamdi Kanu, solid behind and stand with Nnamdi Kanu. Nice one, nice one, nice one. Ezenwa Obioma, you said, Oga, one thing you will understand is we still have agents of darkness in Igbo land. Yeah, they are everywhere. They are in Igbo land, they are everywhere. Certainly, everybody will not be speaking in one voice. You always have detractors, and you will have more of detractors when you are doing the right thing. Even Jesus, for those who believe in Christianity, Jesus was dying for the sins of the world. I believe that. I'm a Christian. But same people he fed, you remember, the 5,000 he fed with how many loaves of bread and fish? They were still among the people around saying crucify him. They preferred Barnabas, Basabas also, a prisoner, to be released against someone who has done nothing. So you expect that to happen. Ezenwa Obioma, you said not only a slap, it's a very big insult to the Igbos at large. They don't understand. You see them, I know people like Ijele, that his Facebook wall will be Tea Party spots now. And you know what pains me? Anyway, you know what makes me feel so bad? People like Ijele will arrange. Look at most of the people who comment there. At least 50% are haters of Ndibo, anti-Biafrans, anti-Biafra freedom fighters, anti-Biafra people that are opposed to Biafran freedom fighting. And they surround him and he's fooling himself. Oh, Nnamdi Kanu this, Nnamdi Kanu that. And you know, some of our problems, some of the times, you want to attack Nnamdi Kanu and you are kind of misguided. You miss it. Your personal grudge with Nnamdi Kanu should not make you hate what the Igbos are looking forward to. Most of these people attack Igbo as a whole, and Igbo is not one person. Igbo is a race. They ruffle, they trample upon Igbo's image. They do whatever they like with Igbo's image. They think they are hurting Nnamdi Kanu. That is a mistake a lot of us are making. And now, this is from Wisdom Michael. He said, why was there no case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saying that Buhari is dead, listed in his accusations? It is high time people begin to reason. There is point in what he said. And, but I want to first make something clear. If you believe it is Buhari or not, that doesn't mean, for those who doesn't believe Buhari is dead, doesn't mean they hate the struggle. Please, let that be clear. I see people who, some of the times, somebody said, I don't agree with what Nnamdi Kanu said that Buhari is dead. Leave that person to that. The person might still be interested in the struggle, wants the Biafran freedom. Not everybody agrees with that, and don't condemn them for that. That is not the issue. Somebody might say, no, I'm not comfortable with the claim that Buhari is dead or Buhari is Jubilee. Leave that person with that claim. You have a reason for saying this is not Buhari and this is Jubilee. The person is not yet convinced. Don't attack the person. Allow him with his own opinion. That is not the main issue. That is not the main issue. It's in a matter of time, Buhari will be gone. So what are we going to, when Buhari is gone, are we going to still be referring to that? He's Jubilee? That is not the main issue. So there are a lot of people who believe in the Biafran struggle, but they don't believe Buhari is Jubilee or Buhari is dead. They are not wrong. Please stop attacking them. That is their opinion. They believe we want Biafra and they support Nnamdi Kanu. But when Buhari is dead, they are reserved. Leave them. They are not enemies, please. Because I've seen a lot of people called Saboteurs to accept that Buhari is Jubilee or Buhari. You see, something about following a leader. It doesn't mean you have to believe everything he believes. For example, Nnamdi Kanu believes in the Judaism religion. He's a Judaist. That doesn't mean everybody in the struggle will be a Judaist. There are Christians in the struggle. There are different kind of people. So, some of the time, you might not totally believe the person, but the major thing is the goal. That goal is Biafra. That is the focus. So, that is same thing with also those who are disagreeing that Buhari is Jubilee. Please don't see them as enemy. The major thing is, do they believe in Biafra's freedom? They believe in Biafra's independence. That is what matters, please. Kenneth Iwuji, now let's read your comment. He said, who really sets up the meeting that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went in Kenya that led to his abduction? That person needs to answer questions about what happened. Well, I don't know. I don't really know about the meeting, but I know what I know is that he went to Kenya. And according to reports, it's not his first time appearing on shows. I think shows towards the struggle in Kenya. So I don't think it's first time. So I don't really know who arranged for that party. You know, when this thing started, we had Ohaneze. We had they mentioned even Ezeife, Okwadike, former governor of Anambra. They said these are people who invited him for a meeting. I don't know, but before you know it, nobody was talking about that again. I think that is not the main issue. Let's focus on how to get him out. Yeah, I don't really know what happened, what meeting he went for, but I know that he has been trailed and somebody was tipping these guys off. Just that's what I know. There is a Judas that was tipping off. Just like the Judas who kissed Jesus. There's a Judas that was tipping these guys off. Now, let's read a message from Clifford Cliff. He said, Almighty God Yahweh, grant Nnamdi Kanu favor, great and mighty God, grant Biafra, IPOB all over the world. Let's read comments. George Emeka. Is Anglican nonsense illiterate so-called priest in one remote village? Hey, well, wherever he is, I don't know. People are posted to remote villages to evangelize, but may God help the village this kind of people are posted to. We are hearing so many things in the church, but I want to tell you, Christ is still the way. Forget con men who are using his name for the wrong purposes. Yeah, people like this bishop or this whatever, that is not a representation of Christ. They are on their own. Yes, they are certainly on their own. So it's not that Christianity is bad. They are on their own. That is not Christ-like. Chidera Wale Biafra said, anybody calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu name or saying anything now should wait for the last days or last word of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because we know that Biafra will come, and when the Biafra, they should remain in Nigeria, because we will never forget or forgive any one of them. Well, it depends on how you are choosing to go about it. What I know is that whatever a man sow, he will reap. That is how I will conclude on this. Whatever a man sow, he will reap. There's a comment there. George Emeka, I wrote, Ijera is a frustrated human being and wants to use his frustration on the restoration of Biafra, which will soon. I will not read the last comment. Well, on Ijere and IPOB, I see two fighting. You know, there is what I used to tell my people. There were times I criticized IPOB, but I did it constructively. Yes, there were certain things I was not pleased with. I told my friends, and they politely accepted it because I did it in good faith. I wasn't out to bring them down. I was telling them this would have been done this way, this would have been done this way. That is not the case with Ijele. There are people who are out to fight you. They are not trying to make you better people. They are trying to fight you. They are trying to pull you down. IPOB or way of doing the Biafran struggle may be perfect or not perfect. But if I were those who want to like proffer solutions, if I were those who want to like speak on the matter, I will speak in the way of trying to correct things, proffer solution, giving ideas. I will not want to like just come out and run them down. And I think Ijele's case has been, he had personal grudges with MNK. I think so. Then for that reason, he believes Biafra is MNK's enterprise and he has to pull it down. I see I see foolishness with that. I think the best thing would have been there's a way you constructively advise. You don't come out to fight. So in such fight, whatever happens, I'm not interested because what I see with the JLA and IPOB now is two fighting. I know those who are out to correct, but I see a case of wanting to fight. That is just how I see it. And I don't think it's the best way. The best thing is advice. Advice. If you want to, if IPOB is not getting it right, you can call in during their program or you speak with some of the people you know. Hey guys, you people, you know, if he sees knowing, if he sees an intelligent, don't have any human being all knowing. Only God is. I believe if you give him an idea that makes sense, but of trying to find there is trouble. The comments. This is Owoban, please to sell ritual or this channel don't want you here. Stop here if I been whatsoever. Playing your charms. I will block this comment. Blocked as a user for this channel. You have been blocked. You said, let's look. You said it's not bad, but do are devil and their collaboration in killing our. Well, I will comment that Christian bad. Just like character, not human beings be funny. Human beings what they like. That is what I believe. Humanity is not bad. Fully follow Christ, best human being. If you want to do it as he asks us than you, Christ. That. So let's read the next comment. George Emeka said, please, what's the state of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu arrest now? Please, I hope the British lawyers are still interested in the arrests. Right. Of course, they are. You know, most of them are from Igbo extraction. So they are working around the clock. They are working around the clock. Certain things are happening in the background, of course. They are working. Chinwoke, Samuel, he wrote, Southeast governor and senators should allow us to choose what we want. I think majority want to break out of Nigeria. Yes, of course. You know, a few people cannot speak for us. And some of these people, we didn't even vote them in. You understand? We didn't even vote them in. They climbed there through Wuru. They are not appointed by us. And even if they are governors or whatsoever, representatives, they are not in position to speak on this kind of matter. The best thing, try a referendum. If a referendum is to take place now, all these guys, Southeast governors, each of them has only one vote. So they don't speak for us. They only have one vote, just like me and you. So they don't, on these matters, whether we want to stay with Nigeria or break away, they don't have a say. There should be a referendum conducted. Everybody should participate. Then we will know what the people want. Okay, Samuel, they don't have the right to speak for us. A referendum should be conducted, and they will know what we want, not them speaking. Few people. No. Ifeoma Opara, people who believe in Biafra don't really concern whether the person in Aso Rock is Biafra, is Buhari or not. Also, MNK is not asking anyone to believe in Judaism. It's only after the life you live. That has been explained here. Ifeoma Opara. I don't think he's compelling anybody to go out believe in Judaism. I'm not accusing MNK on that. I'm talking about other people who think you must believe in Buhari's Jubilee or you must be a Judaist. You know, there are people like that. I don't say it's MNK. There are people like that who says until you are a Judaist, until you believe Buhari's Jubilee. But I'm not accusing MNK of that. There are people who are actually intimidating others, telling them you don't believe in Buhari's Jubilee, you are fake, you are this, you are that. These are the people I'm talking about. Obinna Nwakeze. Everybody who is involved in kidnapping, he must come out very soon by God's grace. Yeah, I think, like we said, did you listen to Ifeanyi Ejiofor's interview? Oh, you need to listen to that. He has handled this. And Kenyan government is sued already in the International Criminal Court. They have a case to answer. That has resolved it. Kenyan government has a case to answer. That is it. So this has been resolved. Emeki Igwe, he said, how come was MNK arrested and tortured for 8 days in Kenya and also 2 days in Nigeria before parading him in court, and nobody knows, including you, including me? I am not an all-knowing God. Even his lawyer to IPOB Ejiofor, doesn't know. So how his lawyer doesn't know that he was in Nigeria. It was on that day he was arraigned that his lawyer knew, and they did it swiftly. Before you know, they have taken it out of the court. Showore was in the court, in another section of the court or part of the building, because of his own case. And he left. He doesn't even know. Somebody now called him. They brought MNK. Before he arrived at the court, they have moved away. They have, charged him. And so, how do you expect us to know? This thing happened swiftly. These guys had their plans. We are not seers who see. You understand? How would I have known he was a kidnapped in Kenya? Even most of his close confidants doesn't know he was kidnapped. They're supposed to know. When they don't see him after some days, they are supposed to start asking questions. Or maybe they have been asking questions, but they don't know. I don't even know. How will I know? This is funny. Oh. Lazarus Emmet, he said, why are Ijele and Dokuboso against Kanu? Well, I think that question is for them. But I know that there is no way somebody will get a full support. And there are certain things that could make people go against you. Some people are hating you, could be born out of jealousy, one thing or the other. But I think that question belongs to them. And I think personal rifts has made them, they attack Biafra struggle because of personal rift, personal disagreement. So I don't really know. I don't really know. If Nwachukwu, he said, we must continue, no going back. Even Lot's wife, during the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, they were asked not to look back. When she looked back, what happened? She turned to a pillar of salt. If you are in a race, marathon race, do you look back? If you look back, other people will overtake you. God first, Boniface. Nnamdi Kanu will surely be a winner. We'll be rounding up soon in the next few minutes. In the next few minutes, we'll be rounding up. Chinyere Bokwe, God bless MNK. This is modern comment by Sam Hero Okon. He said, I'm sure this is from Nigeria Okon. Say, my brother, we are dealing with so many characters in Biafra struggle. Don't mind anything you hear, except if you hear it from IPOB leading council. There are so much miscreants, and you can't have such a mass movement without some people as such from here and there. When Judas saw Jesus, the disciple of Jesus never dwell on the betrayal. Instead, they continued with the gospel and even made it reach the entire universe. The death of Jesus Christ battered Christianity. So we must. Nice comment. Lovely, 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 lovely. Rose Chita, I say, God be with His Excellency MNK. He's our Savior. Christian Ezego, may God bless Nnamdi Kanu. Anderson Carlo, how far have you guys gone in respect of his release? There are people who are seeing to that. We are just we just passed the news of information. The information we got to you, pass it. There are people who are dealing with that, and they are intelligent people. You understand? There are intelligent people on this case. Not just Nigerians, there are foreigners who are interested to see to the end of this. So don't be afraid. Chinyere Bokwe, he said, I feel the kidnappers were not officials of the state. They bought and wore police uniform to carry out the deed just as they do here. That is a new information from you. You are giving us information. I don't know. I don't know. You said this is from you. By saying this, you are taking side with the Kenyan government. You are justifying what they said, that they are not involved, that kidnappers did. That is what you are saying, no? But I don't know. That's your opinion. We'll soon be rounding up, please. We'll soon be rounding up. Vincent Chukwemeka, God bless you, sir. God bless you too. Noni decency nonso. I said nothing will happen to our. May God bless MNK. God bless him. Yes. Chigoziralu, she said, why is United Nations not coming for his rescue, for him not to die in their custody? Well, I don't really know why, but I think the concerned bodies are involved. Perhaps, I don't know whether it's time for United Nations to get involved. Ogwo Judith, come rain, come shine, sunshine, Biafra will come and MNK will live to see Biafra. Ise. Celestin Chede, Okon, Sam Hero Okon, getting him out of this slow movement. Tire. Only Igbocha came out to protest the day new broke out. IPOB would shake the world. Yes, like the other day, like I said earlier here, Igbocha came out, but somebody said it's an old video. I don't know, but I saw something like that, and this is what Celestin Chile is saying. Now we round up. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for being with us on this show. Thank you for being with us on this show. Please, if you have not subscribed to our channel on YouTube, please subscribe. We have a lot there. Histories, documentaries on the Igbo people and Biafra. So many of them that you will love. Subscribe. Please also share our videos. When you subscribe, also click on the bell icon to get our updates anytime it drops. Azuka OJ, I say bye for now. Let me highlight some comments before I go. Chidera, World Biafra, God bless you too. God bless Nnamdi Kanu. Joseph Ejike, Nnamdi is our leader and we are ready. Edwin Wankwo, God bless you too. Michael Izuku. Okay. The world, non-so decency, the world recognize our leader. So I believe in God that nothing will happen to him. Bye, on a bye-bye. Please, we might have another broadcast this evening, but go to YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on YouTube, please. Bye for now.